Welcome to Reread. It is time to review Vonda M. McIntyre's Crystal Star. This was in one of my top 10 worst EU books. Does it still deserve to be there? Well, let's find out. I made a lot of notes. First off, it starts off where they're on the planet Munto Cordru or whatever, and Leia is panicking because someone has kidnapped her children. They put off a pressure bomb. Chewbacca's in some bad shape, and all three of the kids are gone. They're gone. And supposedly this is a planet that is known for its abductions. And so the ambassador of the planet's going, "Don't worry, princess. This is how our culture works. They'll come back with a ransom tomorrow, and then we'll meet their demands. And it's just I don't know, tradition here." Okay, Leia, why would you bring your kids to a planet like this? That's the question I have to ask. And she had known that this was their culture, which is why she had Chewbacca watching them. Yeah, but still, in all the other trips you make, you never bring the kids. But you're saying, hey, wait, there's a tradition here to try to abduct royalty or, big leaders or big ambassadors' kids. Yeah, that's the place I need to go and take my kids. That's a family trip there. That didn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Now, this was obviously written before Callista Trilogy because Han and Luke are going undercover with 3PO. 3PO is painted purple. Luke is using a force apparition to kind of make him look different. And Han grew a beard because, that works. But anyway, they're going because they've heard that there are Jedi Force users out there. And I don't know why Han is going, but no, he wants to do a vacation. That's why he's wanting to go. And it's nice to have Han, Luke, and 3PO team up. In fact, I've forgotten that 3PO and Luke were together again. Not since Barbara Hamley's Shaun of the Jedi have they made this matchup. And it was nice not to have R2 Luke like we usually see. However, in this one, Han is really just hoping that Luke would just settle down. Find someone, kid. And you're thinking, ow, that's kind of, he just got over a relationship with Callista. Well, remember, that hadn't come out yet. But it could be interpreted as Han wants him to move on. And why is Luke so moody? In this one, Luke is very moody. He's telling, he's saying his words, "Damn it, Han, shut up," or whatever. And he ignites his lightsaber, to threaten Han. "Damn it, Han, get up. Stop sleeping." I'm seriously, he's just bonkers. Now, that is explained by the crystal star or whatever that is making him feel weird. He has weird effects. He's losing his force abilities and all this weird stuff's happening to him. This is great because it's written by a person who never read a Star Wars book, ever. I'm almost positive of that now. But Luke is very short-tempered toward Han. Han keeps calling him kid. "Stop calling me kid. I hate it when you call me kid." I mean, he's getting angry too. It's like, what? Like, Vonda M. McIntyre does not know what Luke... I mean, you chalk it up to the, Force being weird around the Crystal Star. But Luke is not Luke Skywalker. He's so different. I mentioned that in my first review, and I knew this the first time I read it too. I love this phrase here, "Waru will give us joy." That was the first time I got introduced to Waru, and yes, he will give me joy. It's great. The twins are 5.5, I think, and Anakin's 3.5. They get captured. Lusa, who I thought was a big character in this. Lusa meets Jaina for like one chapter, for like a few pages, then she gets captured. And then toward the end, Jaina keeps whining to her mom, because of course they're going to get rescued. "We got to help Lusa. We got to save Lusa." I thought she was a much bigger character, because I remembered her, but she's hardly in this, which I didn't know. Hot cocoa, mentioned again. I cannot believe I did not see this earlier, but Bantam Books have established hot cocoa in every, well, not Truce of Bakura or Courtship of Princess Leia, but starting anything after, and this, I guess it's thematic too, because anything after Timothy Zahn's trilogy where Lando introduced Luke to hot cocoa, now everyone's drinking it. It is the beverage. And if this was a little, hidden, joke, inside joke within all the Bantam books from this, bravo. I don't know how I missed this. But hot cocoa mentioned again. So here's the hoping Black Fleet Crisis, New Rebellion, and the Corellian trilogy have them as well. Because Timothy Zahn's going to put it back in there when he gets to his books. Probably not. Anyway, the person who's kidnapped him is Hethrir, and he's starting the Empire Reborn, and it's such a lame idea. Now, this is something that thankfully all the other authors, like Kathy Tyers. She could have done this, you know, resurrecting the Empire, cobbling together the Empire, but no, she went a different route. A lot of other authors went different routes, not the Empire, but here Vonda M. McIntyre, who does not understand Star Wars, says, you know what, Empire's coming back, and he's going to lead it. Who is he? He's someone that got captured by Darth Vader and was taught the dark side, and you know, now that Darth Vader's gone, he's trying to rise to power. Well, somehow he's got all these imperial nobles who fear him, give him all their money. You know, he auctions the children away, and they just, when they lose the auction, they say, well, I'll just give it, I'll donate the money to you anyway. Please don't hurt me, Heather. And I was like, what? What is going on here? And I guess he's using all this money to launch the Empire Reborn, but there's really no plan for him. There's really no plan because Vonda M. McIntyre does not understand Star Wars. She says, oh, what is it? A fantasy sci-fi movie? Got it. So heavy on the sci-fi, right? Ghostlings, werewolves. I'm trying to think of what, there's tons of little mystical, oh, there's a dragon. It's a creature, but they call it the dragon. So there's, and then thou and thou hast, you know, stuff, and fetch me my saber, you know, his lightsaber. And he's drinking from goblets, and he's with the other lords and ladies, and she totally misses the point. Now, in Star Trek, I hear she's a whiz, well, you know, a fan favorite, but just because you're great at writing Star Trek does not mean you can transition well. Of course, you know, A.C. Crispin did a great job. She was big into Star Trek, but she did some homework. She did some study. In fact, I can't wrote her name down here. I don't care. With an X. Zerathia. I don't know. I don't care anymore. But she was mentioned in A.C. Crispin's book too, and I remember that. I was like, oh look, they mentioned her too. But it's easily understood that Vonda M. McIntyre never read a single Star Wars book. And when Kevin J. Anderson told me this, she didn't take advice from anyone. Because a bunch of the authors said, hey, we'll help you out. If you need some hand, just let us know. She's like, I have this. I am a Star Trek author. I know how to write sci-fi. And obviously she missed the point on this one. This is just a swing and a miss for her. Jaina apologizes to a bug that she accidentally got killed. She uses the Force to kind of blow these bugs in people's faces, and they slap them and swat them and kill them. She's like, oh, she feels so bad. And it says, just like Chewbacca does when he accidentally kills insects or bees while he's collecting honey. He does. He apologizes to the insect. Yeah, I can see a Wookiee doing that. Now, one thing I'd forgotten here, this is where Jason is established as the person who can talk to animals. I thought both the kids did this. That's why when Young Jedi Knights came, I was surprised that Jason just had the ability. But I was mistaken. It is Jason who basically... Jaina's not scared of the dragon, but Jason is the one who tames it, and he's the one who can talk to animals. He has like a little bat from the last planet he was on that's poisonous but doesn't hurt Jason. And so Jason is established as like the Aquaman of land in the Star Wars universe. And Jaina is mentioned just slightly to have mechanical skills. It's just like a throwaway sentence that she doesn't use in the book, even though she's one of the main characters here. And that's where Kevin J. Anderson got their personalities for Young Jedi Knights. Again, I just forgot. I thought both the kids had talked to the animals and done that, but it was clearly Jason. Now going back to Waru, Han and Luke witness Waru heal someone. Han thinks it's a scam, but when Han goes back later, he sees Waru kill someone, like on purpose. And now he doesn't suspect Waru. But Luke is defending Waru. You don't know that for sure, Han. It could have been a mistake. You can't save everyone. And Luke later on surrenders to Waru. He wants him to heal him. Oh, Luke is so lost. And Han like grabs him away, like, kid, what are you doing? Stop me. He went, I don't have the Force anymore. I can't feel it. I can't do anything. It's just not Luke. It is not. It's like fake Luke. Is this Luke with two U's? Did he come back? Is it a different clone Luke? Because it doesn't feel like Luke. Again, that's just the author who doesn't know how to write people. Leia, meanwhile, as she's searching for her children, she comes across Relio, who is, we find out later on, the wife of Hethia, who had a son, Tigris, who is with Hethia right now. And Tigris doesn't know that's his father. But Relilo, or I don't care how you pronounce these names either, but she's trying to go after her kid. Leia, who's in disguise as a bounty hunter, who let her hair down and put like way too much makeup on her face, I guess, is trying to pretend to be, and that's the other thing. Her alter ego is Leleo or something, Leleo, and sometimes say, Leia did this. Leia thought to herself. No, you mean Leia. Call her Leia when, you know, Rilio talks to her. But then they wouldn't do that to Chewbacca. Leia turned to Chewbacca and said, we've got to fix this up. And then sometimes they'd refer to Chewbacca by his alter ego. But it's like the author just kind of forgot what character she was dealing with. I mean, again, not a very good author. But hey, it is not the fever dream that Planet of Twilight is. I will give it that. That Barbara Hammy wins on the hardest book, the What Were You Thinking book. It's not Crystal Star. Crystal Star at least is some sort of sanity. It's a story that you can grasp and understand. You don't like it, but at least you can follow it. Unlike Planet of Twilight. And by the way, Planet of Twilight, what is the deal? Why is it Planet of Twilight? I know why it's Crystal Star. I never even asked myself that last time. What is the Planet of Twilight? What does that even mean? Even the title doesn't make sense. Oh, and while I'm on Planet of Twilight, just real quick here, one of the lines was, they stared in goggled silence. Goggled silence. That was the sentence. I looked at my notes after my last one. But goggled, I'm in goggled silence. Just hearing that sentence. Anyway, I digress. In the book, though, Crystal Star, Leia tells Rililo or whatever, she goes, when she goes, oh, your R2 unit must be joking. She went, R2-D2 never jokes. Yeah, he does. He does, or he doesn't have a sense of humor. Excuse me, he doesn't have a sense of humor. And then we're like, wait, yes, he does. But Leia's not around him that much, so how would she know, right? There's a funny scene toward the end where it says in one sentence, as the family is getting together, finally Jason, Jaina, Anakin, their dad, Luke, everyone is going to be together for this one scene. And then there's one sentence in the middle of this that says, Rileo jumped and attacked Hether. And then it goes back to the brothers and sisters. They're all hugging. Mom, we're together. And Leia's all happy. And I'm like, wait, what happened to Rililo and Hether? Are they still fighting? What's going on? You have to wait like a whole nother page to figure out what's going on down with their fight. But I just thought it was funny. She just put that one line that she pounced on him and was strangling his throat. And then it goes back. I guess while this is going on, Leia and the kids are all like, we're together again, you know, singing a song or whatever. And Han's all happy. Everyone's all happy again because they're back. Oh, and look at those two strangling each other. That's so much fun. Now, of course, the best part about this is Luke gives himself to Waru and dives on in to Waru. Leia goes after him and she dives into the Waru. And she's being consoled by the Waru to give her, I don't know what Waru wants. He wants to, he said, let me give you the power. I don't know, he can't absorb them, I guess, but he wants to. I don't really know what Waru is or they tried to explain it at the end. It doesn't make any sense. But then Han is like, I guess, I don't know what he's doing, but I guess he's flipping up one of the scales from Waru and telling Leia, swim, Leia, swim. Swim inside the Waru. How big is Waru? But he's going, swim, Leia, swim. And the kids say, 27 times in the book, Mama, Papa, Uncle Luke. Mama, Papa, Uncle Luke. And there's like just pure chaos going on. And then Han dives into Waru. Everyone's inside Waru. Waru's feeling mighty good about this. And I guess Han saves Leia, who turns around and saves Luke, and they form a chain link, a human chain link, and I guess Han swims out. I don't even know. It's so weird. And they'll get pulled out of Waru. Waru is furious because Hether promised him the son or grandson of Darth Vader. I don't know why that makes a big deal. Oh, by the way, Waru was brought to some kind of spiritual rite. Some ritual was done that brought Waru into it. He was from a different universe. And he's got force and anti-force matter is what Luke says. And he just wanted to go back home. So he swallows Hether and then implodes in on himself. And I guess goes back to his dimension. Now, the thing is he a being of the Chiron, the Westing Games alien race that are, you know, they all they believe is death everywhere? Is Waru part of that universe or whatever from other space is what the title is? Is he from other space? Is that what they're hinting at? That'd be awesome if someone made that connection. I just didn't know. But obviously he's from another universe. This does establish there are alternate universes, which I've heard a lot. Oh, so the Legends universe exists in tangent. Yes, according to Lucasfilm, it's its own canon. So, and then of course, Crystal Star can prove that, but it's really dumb because they don't know why he was looking for someone else. But anyway, as if that wasn't the end, Vonda M. McIntyre has to give it like 2 or 3 endings. Then she goes, there's like 9 pages left. And 3 goes, oh my stars, the crystal star is about to explode. And they're all running for the Falcon. But then they have to call to everyone on the station to evacuate. And then they barely make it out. This is like 5 or 6 pages in. There's 3 pages left. And they're like, and Luke goes, oh, I'm feeling much better. And then he falls out. Oh no, Luke. And Luke gets into the sick bay. And as they're screaming away in the Millennium Falcon, you know, they're like, someone come here quick, it's Luke. And they all run to the sick bay. And Luke's like, they're like, Luke, come back to us, come back. He's like, oh, I'm all right. And they go, oh. And then Jen goes, are we there yet? And that's the end. It is insanity how this thing ends. It is insanity. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be inside the Waru. It's okay to take a dip and swim inside the Waru. I take it back. This is definitely not one of the best books ever. It's definitely not one of the worst. It deserves off of my top 10 worst list. I can't wait to make a new top 10 worst list. But Crystal Star, I apologize to thee, since I'm talking to Waru the Almighty. I was afraid I may love it. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it for the wrong reasons. Would I suggest someone read it? Yes. If they want to see someone write a story who has it's like your mom telling a story of Star Wars and she doesn't know what Star Wars is. She just kind of tells it. She heard from someone else. She Googled it maybe and then tried to tell you a story from it. She had no idea. That's who Vonda M. McIntyre is. She's trying to tell you a Star Wars story and she has no idea how Star Wars works. And it's fun. It's fun. The Waru gives us joy. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.